Hello and welcome back to my garage here in Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. As you can see here, I have a full house again. Some of this stuff you may remember. I have these two Jeep Wranglers that were left over from the last build. These are done now. This one came with the digital camo, and I went ahead and used it again with the factory color, which is what it had. So this Jeep looks like it would have looked when it was new, presumably. And it's all done, so it's like $144,000 for the Jeeps. This one over here came in to the garage. When I cleaned it up, it was this olive drab. The factory color is this kind of plum color. I went ahead and left it the olive drab color. There is actually a livery with like an army star on the hood. I thought about using that, but I decided to just go ahead and finish it up so that I can send it out the door. And this one is the same price as the other one. So this over here, this is a Porsche 911 GT of 1995. This of course is a mod, and it is based on the 911 Turbo. And this is the color that it came with. I believe this is also the factory color. Whoops. Yeah, this is the color it came in with. So this one is all done. This one is worth significantly more. $360,000 for this car. 911 GT2, that's it. It's not, I mean, it's different from the regular 911 Turbo. It's got this kind of flange around the front bumper there, and it's got the fender flares, has the big wing on the trunk with it calls it a clamshell. The rear bumper is shaped a little differently. Other than that, it builds out exactly the same as a 911 Turbo. I think the steering wheel is actually a clamshell as well. But that's it, so that one is ready to go. Now these back here, this one over here is a Ford F350, and this is a two-wheel drive variant, which I didn't even realize was a thing. Super Duty two-wheel drive, and this is the DLC truck. Now this over here is a F-150 XLT, which I've done a couple of these. One of them was the police one, and I thought that the bed on this seemed significantly shorter than the bed of the 350, but I didn't have two of them that I could compare, and now I do. And I figured out a way that you can actually verify how long they are, because it's kind of hard to tell just by eyeballing it. I mean, eyeballing it, it looks like the F-150 is shorter than the 350, but if you look at this line here in the concrete where it touches the rear bumper here, and follow it over here, and it touches this rear bumper in the same place. So they're level from the rear bumper. And then you come up here to the front of the bed, the rear of the cab, and there's a line right here. You follow this line over here, and it's a good foot or so back from the front of the bed to the rear of the cab. So the bed is definitely shorter than this bed. And consequently, the whole truck is shorter, because if you look at this line right here and follow this one over there, you could, pardon me, something went down the wrong pipe just there. Anyway, this line you can see goes under the front bumper, and if you follow it over here, it's just under the front edge of the wheel behind the bumper. So this truck is shorter than that one, which is something that I was curious about. Anyway, I thought it was mildly interesting. These colors are both the factory color. The white is the factory color on this thing, and I chromed the wheels because they look better that way. This lemon yellow over here is also the factory color on this car, and it looks kind of ridiculous. If I considered changing it, but by the time I was done with them, I just wanted to get them finished. It also came with different wheels, and I changed them to the Ford wheels. I forget which rim it actually had, but I think these look better. It also came with standard tires, which I thought was odd. It came with standard tires on it, whereas this one comes with off-road tires on it. And I put sport tires on it instead of the standards, at least. And actually, these wheels are different sizes as well. These ones are like 17s, and I think these are 19s. So I actually have a couple more of these. I have at least one more of each of these in the parking, and I may do one of these with the exact same size wheels, because these wheels seem to fill the fenders better. There's still a pretty big gap above the wheel there, but this one has a very large gap, and I wonder if it would fill the fender well better with a bigger wheel and tire like what this one has. The rear is not quite as egregious, but it's still pretty big. And this one seems like it fills it up better. Anyway, that's something I'm thinking about doing. But these can both go. This one is 180,000. And this one is 300 and something thousand. No, 150. Call it 156, 157,000. So that right there is about, let's see, that was 140, and 300, so call that about 600,000, 7, 8, call it about $900,000, $950,000 for those cars. So what I want to do now, I'm still looking for the Mercedes SLS. I haven't found one yet, at least in anywhere but the customer orders. And none of these are ones I really want to do. I like doing the customer orders. This one would be a good one, actually. This one is just transmission and brakes. That's really quick and easy. I like to do some of these to build up cases. And that reminds me, I have a bunch of garbage in here to get rid of. And I do have an excess barn map, so let's use that. Maybe there's something in the barn. Okay, here we are. Looks like a Mustang and looks like two Mustangs. Might be something else on the other side. Let's see if we can find the case. And there it is right there. So we don't have to root through all these piles. So what do we got here? These special color ones are weird because, I mean, it's a very basic vehicle, but they sell for like $500,000. I don't really, that's really strange. And this is like a mod Mach 1 Boss 429. And then over there is, this is a Rocket Bunny 240Z. I did one of these. I didn't do one expressly for the channel. Look at that. Oh, there's no fender, that's why that's sticking up like that. I didn't do one of these for the channel, but I'm not sure I really want to. And I've found this in the junkyard before, too. I don't think I'm going to buy any of these. I might buy this one. The special color ones are nice because they're worth so much money. But money is not really my problem right now. Okay, let's see what was in that case. That's a timing cover, an exhaust pipe, and an air filter base, it looks like. Yep, middle muffler. Go ahead and put these things away. One of these days I'm going to have to come in here and have a huge clear out. Just flush all this stuff. I've been trying to remember to use it, but most of the time I forget. I think what I'm going to do... Stupid pagoda. And still nothing here. Actually, wait a minute. This one would be. This could be a ton. This could be a good paycheck. What I like to do on cars like this that come in for body work is basically just strip everything out and repair everything and replace the things that you can't repair, like the glass. Sometimes there's a part that's broken too badly to repair, and those you end up having to buy. But I like to 100% them as far as the body goes. 8% or something still on it. Oh, it's the clamshell. %. What is still on the car? Ah, there it is. So we just repair all this stuff up, and then we'll bang out the exhaust pipes, which will be easy. We might even get a case out of this. And all I need to replace, I don't really need to, but I'm going to, is the glass. Though I am going to give him a new license plate as well. These things only have 3 windows anyway. Body condition 100%. That pretty much was it. That was almost everything. Hood, doors, didn't have the left door. Bumpers, headlights, one headlight, front window. Yeah, I repaired more than I needed to, but I don't care. Probably just need to get the manifolds off. I don't think this thing has a full exhaust system anyway. Yeah, look at those manifolds. Ah, bloody hell. So it's gonna make me do it. It's gonna make me do it this way. Sometimes I think I can sneak my way in here and touch the engine. Nope, it's gonna make me take this off. I'm only doing this because I think we might get a case out of it. That should be, yep, it is everything. And this is like the only time I'll ever use non-performance parts on these things. I don't do performance parts on customer orders. Not mainly because it doesn't, I mean, it doesn't affect the price that they pay, I don't think. You don't get more money for using a more expensive part. And that's all done. 18 grand. And we did get a case. That's something I really need to do. I really need to go in here and just pull all the rims out and sell them, because the rims that I get in these cases are pretty much never anything that you can actually use. I mean, they come in ridiculous sizes. And I wouldn't put, even if I had 4 rims of the same size, I wouldn't put, I mean, I don't think I have, I think I have a few duplicate rims. Sort by name. I think I have a few that are like, these ones are kind of similar, but they're not the same. Same with the 13. I think I have a few like rim basics, but they're all different sizes, which is ridiculous. And yeah, I see here like 3 rim basics, 14, 16, and 15. One rim Bowen. Challenger Hellcat is 16. I think the Hellcat actually comes with like 19 and 20-inch wheels on it. Tempesta 25. I actually have a Tempesta in my parking. I should check and see how big its rims are. I'm sure they're not that big though. Same with the GT40. Actually, I might have been able to use that. What's the other one that I have a few of? Oh yeah, the 22 and 23-inch Bentley T-Series. Those are both way too big. The Bentley would never take those. So anyway, let's go to the junkyard real quick and see. We'll give a shot at finding a. Hopefully, I removed some mods from the system to try to improve my chances of getting cars that I'm looking for. So hopefully, we'll find a Mercedes SLS in there. Okay, here we are. Look at that. It's a Bentley T-Series sitting over there. So this is a DC Typhoon. Yep. Man, after all the time I spent looking for one of these, and I bought one at the auction house, and here's one finally here in the junkyard. That's one of those modded Mustangs. Porsche 914. A whole lot of nothing. I might like to do one of these one day for the channel, since I haven't done one of these. I haven't done a video on this car. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, I have some cars in here that I would like to do, and this one right here, in fact. And I have another one. There's 2 of them. There it is. I don't think I have 3, but I just want to check. I have 1. There's one that's in my personal collection, which is up here. Yeah. Okay, so Lamborghini Countach. I've been wanting to do, well, I passed on doing one of these for a while because I didn't think, because I had done one originally early on and the value was disappointing. But then I did another one on kind of a lark and it was way more valuable than the previous one had been, at least as far as I remember. So I decided to go ahead and do one here. And I'll cosmetically fix up both of these and then I'll actually rebuild one. At least for here. I'll rebuild the other one and sell it later. Accessible from engine bay. That makes perfect sense. Okay, that should be all of that stuff. I repaired a bunch of body parts I didn't really mean to, but that's fine. Let's see what I have here. Get all the window glass and the plates. Oop, not going to do that. I didn't. Air compressor pro. Okay, what can I get rid of now? Air filters. I need 4 of those. Okay, I need a brake servo. Seat 11 leather C. And so there are 4 air boxes, so I need 16 clips, so it means I need to buy 14 more clips. Now you can do the headlights on this thing either open or closed. I'm going to do them closed. And for some reason the front hood they call the rear left door. So that means I need 2 left doors. And 2 left side mirrors. Two hoods. Gonna need 1 more trunk and 1 more set of tail lights. Rear bumper. I really did this wrong. I should have flushed all the body parts and then bought just all new parts rather than playing mix and match. So, okay, what is missing? Front license plate, engine cover. There's a window in here that is a royal pain in the butt to reach. There it is. Okay, body is 100%, so now we need to get in here and put in all the bits that go in here. I repaired some of these. Gonna need to buy 1 more. So I need to buy 1 more of those covers as well. Oh, there they are. I was remembering. I was like, where are the... I knew there were the radiators in here somewhere. The radiators are in kind of a unique place. They were behind me from that point of view. Okay, so that one is in pretty good, well, not in pretty good shape, but it's in reasonably better shape anyway. Okay, so all those pieces are in. Let's get the interior put in. I was going to remember to put that one in first. And there are probably some pieces that I don't have, because I was buying, whenever I found something on the other car that I didn't have any of, I would buy 2 of them. But there may be some pieces that I didn't buy, like that. That should be everything. No. Oh, I know what it is. It's the engine cover. And I didn't buy 2 of them either. Okay, body 100%. Now let's go ahead and clean both of these up. It looks like they're both white. No. I think some of these blue I think these blue pieces were actually on the other car. I think I put all the body parts that I repaired on the one that's behind me. Factory color is white on that one. Factory color is white on that one. think we'll go ahead and leave this one white. Maybe we'll paint the other one a different color. So we have a white one in the garage. Let's make this one black. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. If I could change the interior to black, I mean, I could put black seats in it, but the upholstery would still be the cream color. This is such a cool looking car, though. It still is to this. I mean, to this day, it's still a cool looking car. Is that bearing still in there? No, it's not. It's hard to tell with all the rust. I always forget to take this bushing out of the back of that knuckle. I wish it would just come out. Almost forgot to unhook that tie rod there. The knuckle was not coming off, and for a second I couldn't figure out why. Almost done. Okay, let's lower this thing down and get that engine out. I think it's just the block and the crankshaft too. Oh look, there's one piston in there. So now we're going to end up having to process our way through a whole mass of parts. There was no clutch, so we need to get the clutch parts, and I'm pretty sure it is gearbox V8, so we just grab one of those. But we're getting ahead of ourselves here. So there's a full set of disc brakes. And we'll get the tie rods and the rack. And the sway bars. What are the sway bars? Rear sway bar. Front. The rear is B. Remember, the rear is B. Now, it was probably a mistake to take all of these out at once. It's because it's going to be eight small bushings and like 24, no, that's 12, 18, 20 regular bushings. Okay, we need double wishbone shock absorbers. Okay, so these ones can go. We'll get rid of all the old spring stuff, the rear shock stuff. So that was shock absorber A. Okay, so rear wheel hub 3, 4 bearings, and 2 caps. What does that leave us with? Suspension arms, knuckles. Let's try and repair. Let's see what we can repair. We're not going to get all of it, but we might get a lot of it. Got the block. That's good. Actually, I think we're going to get quite a bit of it back. Let's see, one bottom and one up. Let's see, one bottom and one upper. Cross member B. Rear suspension arm. Okay, now we need to look at the wheels, because I don't want to use these rims. I don't like this rim. And they're all 15-inch. They don't really have a rim in here that looks kind of like the Lamborghini rims from the 80s. So I have to pick something. I did one of these ones before and I found something that I thought looked pretty good. Actually, I think it was the retro. I think I used this. Let's go with this. And we'll paint them black to go with the rest of the car. This one is black, but it's two-tone black. And I want them to just be black. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, those are all done. I've got to buy the tires now. So I need 2 of them that are 205, 50, 15. And then I need 3 45, 35, 15. I think the other car, when I do it, I'll do it with chrome rims on the white. God, that's a big wheel. 205, 50, 15. So I can sell these. And then 345, 35. So those can go. So we have now all of the chassis parts. There must have been rear drive axles for this thing. For some reason I don't remember seeing them. But I mean, I have to have taken them out, and I guess I repaired them because I didn't buy any. And this is going to be the big wheel. I think the last of the rear wheels is the one that's over there on the balancer. Yep, it is. And I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, that looks really good. I'm really happy with that. once the whole front end is on, the chassis will be done, and then we can finish the engine. Regrettably, you can't change the engine in this car. It just has the standard, not normally aspirated V8. Doesn't have the supercharger or anything, which is a pity. I think the supercharged engine would make this thing just an absolute screamer. You'd have to probably have to put slick tires to be able to control it. That looks amazing. Oh wow. So pleased with how that turned out. What are we at now? $131,000? With no engine in it? Where are you at here? 69. That's a pretty significant difference. So this car is like in pristine condition except for the fact that it won't go anywhere. So now we need to get the engine built. Alright, got the bottom half all done. There's a bunch of stuff I'm going to need to go buy though. The heads and the camshafts and the intake manifold and the throttle and the timing, all that stuff. Water pump, before I forget. And it's this intake manifold right here. And the exhaust manifold is that one. Gonna need coils and head covers, and coil covers, fuel rails, the throttle. I didn't buy the timing cover. Let's see, head covers. And it's going to be this one, and this one, and the coil cover V8 which is just 2 of these. No, I didn't buy any belts. The V8 belts, A and B, and a belt tensioner. That should be everything. Oh, I didn't buy the heads. I was there and I didn't buy the damned heads. Okay, now we should have everything. I'm just glad that this isn't an overhead valve engine, so we don't have to deal with camshaft caps or rocker arms or push rods. This is where you have all those rollers. This variant, well, any engine based on this particular V8, it takes 5 roller Bs and 2 roller As. Just remember that every time. And you may be thinking, where's the other roller A go? Because I only see one. Well, that's because it goes over here, right there, once that belt is on. And I occasionally forget this one little bolt right here that's by itself. It's always like, what the heck? And that's it. Nice, easy engine to build. I didn't buy a starter. I know I need to buy a starter. I always forget to buy a starter until the last freaking minute. One of these days I'm going to shock everybody. I'm going to have a starter ahead of time. And this is one where like the gearbox sort of... Actually, it's kind of like the F40, where the gearbox sort of is embedded into the rear differential. This one isn't like that, but there's no drive shaft or anything. But that should 100% this car. Perfect. And look at the value now. $270,000. Compared to this one, which is about what, 69,000 right now, 70,000, more than 3 times the value of the unrestored car. And I seem to remember, like, early on when I downloaded this mod, when I first started playing the game, I did one of these, and it wasn't that valuable. It was probably in the $100,000 range. And then all of a sudden I did one again, because I had avoided doing any of them for a while. And then I did one because I decided to keep one for myself, and that car was $250,000. And it was like, whoa, when did that happen? So we go from 309 to 546. 618 would be double. So we're short by what, 54, 50, 520, 522? No, short by, yeah, anyway, still, whatever. I just got myself all tangled up there. So this is a really nice, well-done mod. I like it a lot. I mean, I'm nostalgic for the Countach anyway, because this was like the car we all dreamed about when we were teenagers. I mean, I understand it's not a very good car by today's standards, or even by then standards, really. But it still looks like nothing else. So we have to take it for a drive. And here we are. Oh, it's a beautiful thing, isn't it? It just looks so good. I'm really impressed with it. Even if it wasn't particularly valuable before, it's just a beautiful car. They just don't make them like this. They don't make them like this anymore. Well, it doesn't have the supercharged V8, so it shouldn't be too hard to keep it in a straight line. Let's see how it goes. Definitely wants to drift to the right. Looks like 165. Oh, 165 is the maximum speed. All right, not too shabby. Okay, so we're all done. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. And we are at $270,000 for that car. So yeah, definitely worth your time and effort to do this. And I am a big fan of the model anyway, it just looks so good. So, that'll go ahead and wrap this up. I will finish this car, and I'll let you guys see it when it's done. And then we will try again to get the Mercedes, which we're still not finding, but hey, that's part of the fun, right? So, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. I hope to see you again for our next Junkyard adventure. So on that note, bye for now.